Summertime's come, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather.
Drink it with gin or drink with the white. Drink an appropriate amount of Athens Light. Drink it for peace or drink it to fight. Drink an appropriate amount of Athens Light. Go to bed at 8 or party all night. Drink an appropriate amount of Athens Light. Athens Light, Athens Light. Drink an appropriate amount of Athens Light. Enjoy Athens Light at Pizza on the Farm every Friday and Saturday. Stony Acres Brewing, Athens, Wisconsin. Drink an appropriate amount of Athens Light.
Oh, that mic maybe, huh? How did
Well, you can hear us now, huh?
Oh yeah, now I got it there. Right.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, hey, welcome to the Midwest Music Hour. It's a special edition here, live at the Bertsch Barn. I'm joined by Billy Bronsted. Welcome
me.
to the Bertsch Barn, Billy.
Good to be here, Scott.
Dude, I'm giddy. I'm happy like a schoolboy. It's not going to have the same effect. I did it once. It was a perfect pitch. No, incredibly thrilled that you're here. You just coming off a little bit of a live show, a little band reunion down at Malarkey's in Wausau Saturday night. Cruising around with your buddy Mike Wheeler, who we just got to meet here.
Yep.
It's awesome to hear his songs. You joined him on one in that last session.
Yeah.
Wow, cool. This is the Billy Bronsted Show. What's the first song you got for us tonight?
I think I'm going to play you a tune I wrote with my friend Sam called Old Fool. A little story about living low. Yeah. Getting lost inside this house ain't half as bad as going out. Yeah, losing your whole damn self like that old fool used to do. Like that old fool used to do. awful used to do. That old fool do. Well, Sunday morning's coming quick enough. You don't have to look so rough. Just season up now and clean house. Be an old fool. Be an old fool. Be an old fool. Be an old fool. Well, I ain't taking no breaks. I'm roll through all 50 states with your name on the back of my head. It's like an old fool. 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 And I heard you got a new man. He's got your name on the tops of both his hands. Well, I saw him on the other side of town. Just an old fool. Just an old fool. Just an old fool. Just an old fool.
Heard the birds chirping along with that one.
Kinda cool.
Your friend Sam, is that Sam Luna?
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Sam Luna down at the Heist down there in Ripon.
Yeah.
And what a cool thing he's got going on with the Hopes and Dreams Foundation. That's what it's kind of
Yeah.
the greater organizational name there,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, super cool. I had thanks to you, I had an opportunity to go meet up with him a few months back.
That's right. Yeah.
Got to go down there and see the awesome stuff that they got rolling down there. It's a
Yeah.
really cool, creative, collective opportunity for, not only Wisconsin musicians, but they just
Anyone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
People that are traveling through, just creative people in general.
Yeah.
all sorts of different disciplines
Yep.
in terms of the creative arts. Wow, cool stuff. How did you ever get hooked up with Sam? You guys run into each other down in the Fox Valley?
Yeah.
Working on?
Yeah. It was a different time in my life, man. I'm trying to remember exactly. I think what happened was Feed the Dog was playing at what's the Texas Music Festival, the big one?
South by Southwest.
South by Southwest, yep. They were down there doing that, and Sam was doing his duo thing with Featherwolf back then, and they met each other. Crazy stories, they met each other down there in Texas, and they were both Appleton-based bands. And I was, pretty tight with the guys in Feed the Dog, shared bandmates and things like that over the years, and so that was kind of how, like, the two different groups of people in the same area got linked, and then we just kind of started walking each other's circles here and there, got closer and closer, started playing songs together. And then for a little while, we kind of got attached at the hip, started writing together, and hit the road for a while. And two guys in a little Forester driving around like maniacs all over the country, playing any show we could take, man. And yeah, writing a lot of songs. And that's what we do a lot together. So,
Do you have an idea, like how many songs you might maybe have written? How many have you collaborated on?
Man,
Too many to count.
there's some that we'll never remember again. And then there's, There's a good batch of, I mean, anywhere 10 to 30 of them. I don't know, somewhere in there, some are his, some are mine. We always help each other edit, and all kinds of stuff. So just creating, man.
It's got to be so cool to have like that creative flow, to bounce somebody, off with, work with somebody and look at it, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Super
It's
cool.
There's not a lot of people have, there's more these days, but as life goes on, sharing those awesome moments where you're able to take a piece of each other and throw it on the table and then, and then be honest and vulnerable and just be like, I think this is cool about what you're doing, or vice versa. And really just throw it on the table and talk about it, and get those emotions out and get those songs moving and help each other achieve your goals.
Do you find, I don't know, maybe, I guess they talk about like dynamics being sometimes different between different people. Do you find that maybe one of you might instigate that creative process instead of another one, or usually kind of like equal? Sometimes he's got something he brings to you. Sometimes you have something you bring to him. Sometimes you guys just get together on something because like the nature of your, you're on tour or something and always gelling and whatnot.
The nature of things so far has been a lot of times I'll work on more of guitar-oriented things, and then he's more of the wordsmith, so to speak,
Oh,
and
sure.
it goes back and forth, but that's kind of like, and if I had to say we had strengths in the relationship, that's the way it would be.
He cooks, I clean.
Yeah, that kind of thing, Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, it's great to have somebody with that dynamic.
Yeah.
And when is the when obviously things have been kind of crazy like this last year and everything.
Yeah.
Do you anticipate another tour or more more like live shows as you're able to in the future, or are you you're kind of back in it with the loot and everything?
Yeah.
What's the next step for you in all of this?
Well, the next step for me is for the last few years I've been writing songs and traveling and playing and just really just making the music, and now I've put a lot of it on tape or whatever, down in the studio, and now I've got a full-length record that is, it's right there. So I'm just fine-tuning it with little things, and then getting it mixed and mastered and getting it out there, and it's really just kind of the last few years of my life and songs, and the band started bringing the band in over the last year into the studio to actually lay it down with the boys that I'm playing the shows with and all that. So, it's been a long road, but now we've got a band that is playing the songs and a band that's on the record and a band that's playing the shows, and it's starting to become, a unified thing that, it took a lot of patience, but it feels good to be where we're at. So I think it's going to be a great summer playing around home. And I don't know about the tours out of here or anything right now, always down to do it when the time is right. But right now it's time to be home and share this beautiful stuff we got going on right here in Wisconsin. So
very cool. And so BillyBronsted.com is the website where people can find your music, your shows, all that sort of stuff. And you've got an online store with a bunch of your merch on there and some of your old recordings. You've made, you made an EP, a couple EPs, a couple full lengths.
I've got one full length
under
my name, and then we did like a thing with a bluegrass trio called Linus and the Lute.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to just funnel that through all of my stuff, because that's where everything is kind of in one place now. So that's going to go like onto the Spotify and all that under my name, because that's where everything else is going to be going now, and I'd like it to get heard. It felt like it aged kind of well. I listened to it not too long ago and was like, this needs to go somewhere where people are going to hear it. And I talked to the guys and they're like, yeah, dude, just do it. So I'm going to throw that up on there before the record's out. And, there's CDs available on the website, download kind of stuff. You can go on there and get T-shirts and that. And actually, if you're watching this right now, that's not true because the store isn't like launched. But I did spend the day organizing it, and so it's little things like shipping rates and things. I'm trying to make sure that I charge everything accordingly. So the page is hidden, but the page exists, and there is about 15 or 16 different things that you can buy from the band, between CDs, T-shirts, sweatshirts, different varieties of those things, canned koozies, all that kind of stuff. So by the end of the week, it'll all be, available for people to just go on there and pre-order things and order things that are already in stock and stuff like that. So, yeah.
And when people are ordering stuff, that's a really great way that they can help support you in terms of putting out this album. We were talking a little bit earlier in the day about putting together packages where people can support that project before it's done.
Yeah.
You're sort of on the bypassing a crowdsourcing or a crowdfunding campaign through a traditional platform and keeping it all, through your website.
Yeah.
And through those channels, which you're hoping will make it more accessible for people to support you directly. It will allow you greater, kind of access and control over what you're putting out, how you're putting it out there, and not having to share it with the other platform. So more of those supporting dollars go actually to you, and not overhead, middlemen type
all these
stuff.
Things. Exactly. I was looking at the way these things work, and they're wonderful things, and they've done great things for people, and I'm not knocking anything, but I was like kind of looking at it, and I was like, man, I bet you if I just, worked harder at just hanging around and talking to people and letting them know that, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. If you just go right to my stuff right there, nobody has to, your money's just, if you want to support me with your money, buy things from me and that. I'm not trying to get you to just donate anything to me. I'm just trying to sell some of my things. And if you purchase them directly from me, you know that the money is right with me, and I'm not giving a portion of it to anybody else. That's just providing a service. I own enough things to be able to do those things myself. So just taking the time to actually do it so that when we get there, it's ready to go. So, yeah.
Cool. And do you have an idea about what those are going to look like? It's kind of like a various maybe like a bundle or something. Like here's my EP, and here's a T-shirt, and here's include your price for this next upcoming album.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So essentially,
kinda along those lines.
Yeah. So essentially, what I'm going to do is I have a bunch of new designs for merchandise kind of ready to go. And they're all going to be sold on a pre-order basis. And then I am going to bundle merchandise with different performance varieties. So I'll take, say, a solo show and four of your pick of T-shirts and 4 CDs and just put it all together in one package for a flat rate. And you can go onto the website and just purchase that. And then I'll contact you. We'll talk about when we can get this date locked in, and then I'll come play a show in your backyard or wherever you really want me to, and I'll bring you all the merchandise when it's made, and ship you anything that takes longer to produce. So, yeah, that's kind of how that's gonna work. So,
sweet. When people always probably wonder, but it's not cheap to make recordings. It's not cheap to record songs in a studio. It's not cheap to get musicians together, from wherever they are to get in on a session. It's not cheap to print vinyl records, or CDs, or promote a release, through, even like Facebook ad campaigns or whatever. They want money for that. And, obviously it's part of that promotional expense that can be really beneficial. You can also get lost in the sea of advertising, the digital marketing landscape that it is and whatnot. So, do you have a specific goal in mind, or are you comfortable sharing hey, I need $5,000 to finish this project or something? Do you have a solid number out there?
Yeah,
is kind of your golden.
I would need about $6,000 to get it done.
Yeah.
To at least get it mixed and mastered, and to get a couple odds and ends put together for printing, and that's just to move it forward. but to really do vinyl records is kind of something that I'm on the fence about right now, because that adds another $2,500 onto the thing, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just to get them, just to do them.
Wow.
You know, so it's, and then vinyl is at such a shortage right now. I was just talking to a company, you know, a few weeks ago, and said they were booking, you know, vinyl production orders for December. So I don't know if I'm gonna jump on that right now, unless there's a big want for it. I'm gonna kind of ask people, hey, is vinyl something you want? I'll do it. It's gonna take some time though, and if you want to do it, let's chat about how we can make it happen. So, you know, vinyl's really just, that's where that's at for me right now. I want to do it pretty bad, but it also offers all these other limitations. You know, when you press a vinyl record, there's physical limitations to time and time played for music. So if you have a big record, you know, like this one that I've got has got 13 songs on it. I just did the you know, in a perfect world, a vinyl can fit, I think, 44 minutes of music, maybe 45, you know, and that's if everything works. Sometimes some songs take up more physical space on it. So then you're talking, I got to cut 7 minutes of music roughly is what I was looking at. So, you know, I might do a release that's designed for vinyl down the road. So still thinking a lot about that.
Cool. So. How about another song, Bill?
Yeah.
What, you got one picked out? What?
Sure.
What's the name of this one?
This one's called Around This Way.
And is this a new song or a song that you've released previously?
This will be on the record with the band.
Cool.
This is a song about the tour that I did last winter. It would have been January of 2020. Basically, we got home and everything happened. So this was like the last big old ride I went on before we all got in the boat together, I guess. So yeah, it's called Around This Way. I've been rough, I've been rude, yeah, I changed my attitude. I might even get you back someday. But you've been right, I've been wrong, I could have changed it all along. Catch you when I come back round this way. From the sunshine on the mountain, rolling down the front range, to the quiet in Salina. Yeah, I catch you when I come back round this way. I'll build a frame you decorate, see the picture that you painted. Only heaven knows we're moving in someday. When I get out, I'll get around. I won't even plan my route. I'll catch you when I'm coming home someday. In the sunshine on the mountain, rolling down the front range, to the quiet in Salina. Yeah, I catch you when I come back round this way. From the red dirt to the white sands, I'll be the wind in your wings. And through the desert to West Texas, yeah, I catch you when I come back round this way. Yeah, I catch you when I come back round his way. Yeah, I'll catch you when I come back round his way. Yeah, I'll catch you when I come back round this way.
That's a sweet tune, man. Very sweet tune.
Thank you.
Did you have favorite artists that you listened to when you were growing up, or who was your first band that you ever listened to? That first CD that you ever bought when you first bought a CD.
First CD I remember owning was the Kinks.
The Kinks.
Yep.
Whoa.
I thought it was the coolest thing ever, man. You really got me. That like fuzzy old rock and roll guitar. Yeah. Yeah. Little kid,
That is
grabbing
great.
onto things, banging my head around. Yeah. That's the first one I remember listening to. Yeah.
Well, and I have to. I hold my head in gross oversight and shame, because there is no A in your last name, Billy.
Ooh. It happens.
And on all these platforms, even on your own page, Bill.
It is the most common
people be
mistake.
looking at their. Oh, what? Have I been doing it wrong? No, no.
Did you spell it T-A-D or T-E-A-D?
T-E-A-D.
Yep.
Yep, that's probably the most common, right?
Most people
Yes.
think Homestead, Bronsted. and
I'm
they just-
normal. I'm
yeah.
normal. Yay!
Yeah. Yep, you're not the only one. Not the first, not the last.
All right. Well, I apologize for that gross oversight and lack of attention to detail. And of course, I apologize to your parents who gave you your name as well.
Good call.
Sorry, Mom. Moving right along. Beautiful weather we're having. Did you get out fishing yet?
No, I almost stepped on a chicken on the way in.
You
though.
almost stepped on a chicken. Tough luck getting eggs out of that. And in the morning, right? Was there, it takes a lot of perseverance to be a full-time musician, and it takes, just a whole lot of, what are they chutzpah? I don't know. How do you even say that? Chutzpah? I don't know. I don't know what language that even is.
I don't have a clue.
Could somebody say cojones or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. You have to be a very determined person, and you have to be very committed to your craft.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about what keeps you in, and what causes you to distance yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
Because given like the nature of the last year, and even the daily struggles that you go through just trying to make ends meet as a musician, as an artist, and whatnot. Let's talk about that dynamic and how it's changed and where it's taken you at various times.
Yeah.
And I guess I would say that from when we were talking earlier, you you had mentioned here's the virtual performance world, and I think a lot of artists felt that way and do feel that way. Playing to a screen is not the experience that we got into music for. It's about sharing the energy and the good vibes and those frequencies with other people in person, and that collective exchange.
Yeah.
It's good for them. It's good for us. That whole experience is unmatched in this digital, landscape.
Yep.
And so, like you decided, not for me.
Yeah.
Don't want to engage.
Correct.
I will not have the.
Yeah. There will be none of this.
There will be none of this. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, there's plenty of back work involved with music as it is, and you spend a lot of time sitting at a computer. I don't like sitting still as it is, and so the best part about it is you do all that work so you can get out there, and a couple nights a week you get to play the show and you get to hang out with some people, and you get to talk about things with people, and you get to connect with people, and that's what keeps me going. I mean, it's connection. It's a human thing, and so. Yeah, so when it happened, I was just kind of like, I did a couple streams, and I was like, yeah, so I get to spend more time in front of my computer. I'm out. I'll figure out how to get through this a different way. And, time passed, and now we're here, and things are happening again. So, yeah, let's do it, and yeah, I just, picked up the hammer and, went back to that for a bit, man. And then, I mourned the loss. It was like mourning something, really. I mourned the loss of it for a bit there. And, I sank pretty low and kind of had to pick myself up out of it. And, yeah, so we're here now and things are getting better,
Well, I don't mean to get like overtly political, and I'm not going to. But there would be a lot of people that would say, "Oh, kids these days, they have no work ethic. They don't want to get a job. They just want to sit around and blah 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 and be lazy and this and that." And I mean, you're definitely not a kid, but I mean, I kind of, I kind of think of you as a little kid.
No, when I hang out with you guys, I'm definitely like little brother.
Little brother,
yeah.
Hey, little Billy.
Yeah.
You want to play some guitar?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm good enough, but I'll do it.
Yeah, it's okay. You know the chords.
So, what was the question?
Did I ask one?
No, I thought we did.
What?
Oh yeah, these kids don't want to work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as
So-
Grandpa would say.
Right. Yeah, but you've had no problem about about that because there's something very empowering about writing your own ticket, right? And you've mentioned that before. People in the past, maybe they wanted to like fund a project and you're like, I don't want to give up creative control, and maybe, people's generosity is really great. Sometimes it's hard to accept that if it, maybe it comes with strings attached to it or something like that. But was there a point that you can say like that decision was made, or was that something that you always carried with, like that independence?
I know. I kind of smell what you're stepping
You kind of.
I think I knew that I love music, and many of us do when we get into it. We're like, this is awesome. We feel things a certain way, or we have a certain thing about us that draws us to the music thing. So for me, it started out that way. It was just like, wherever the music is, I'm going to go there. I'll figure the rest out as I go. And now, I would say probably 5 years into taking myself a little bit more seriously than I would have as a teenager, even though I'm more than that removed from being a teenager. But point being is that stepping up to the plate in all these other ways other than just making the music came with time, and learning how to utilize all the tools that make the music get to more people and get heard more. And that wasn't, so right away, it was like, you stare, like all of a sudden you're like, so you want to be a musician, and then you hit the wall and you stare up the mountain and you're like, I have to walk up that. But then you realize, like, as you're walking up it, like the beauty of the trail, and the journey and every piece of it. Sometimes when I'm working, I literally write down on a piece of paper next to me, like, this is part of the journey, like, enjoy it. Because it is, it's like having, for me, life doesn't get any better than having something I love to do, or having something to do related to what I love doing, so that what I love doing gets better. So do it, like, just finding those sweet spot moments, and like, or at least like finding a way to re-navigate a situation in a day or in life to push it on track or make it related to what I love, which is this thing, this music thing. Yeah.
Very cool. What's up next, song-wise?
What do you have
This
for
one
me?
is
Play something from my ear holes.
yes.
Yes.
This is, I wrote this song right before I left for Colorado, and when I left, I was going out there to clear my head and start over and clean up. So this is kind of where I was before I left, and I had a lot of questions for the universe. Just trying to figure it out. It's called Winning Ticket. Oop, but it is not. One string is... I almost always forget that when I tune it. Alright. Winning Ticket. There we go, we're in it now. Call up my buddies, tell them I'm in a hole again. Said I don't know why I done this to me and my friends. They laugh in my face, say yeah, that shit's on you. Walking the line is something that we all do. And I can hear Stevie singing, I built my whole life around you. I'm afraid of changing or that I don't know how to. Say that I don't love you, say that I don't care. Like leaving a show and you just bought your chair. And every time that you need me, I'm standing right there. We were holding a winning ticket, screaming life ain't fair. I could head back north for a long cold month or a few. And I could hit the highway, living tangled up in blue. But I'll stand right here while the pain sinks in my bones. Hell, I don't know, I just wanna find my home. Say that I don't love you, say that I don't care. It's like leaving a show and you just bought your chair. And every time that you need me, I'm standing right there. We were holding a winning ticket. We were holding a winning ticket. We were holding a winning ticket, screaming life ain't fair. Yep.
Yeah, man. A lot of questions get answered.
Yeah.
That clarity that you were looking for
Yeah.
come shining through again. Eh?
Yeah. Doesn't happen overnight.
A lot of work, a lot
I
of
think
hard
that's
work.
the biggest thing I learned is that everything just takes time, man. Takes time. Goals take time, everything takes time, man. Just be patient. Life gets better.
Who are some of the artists that you're listening to today that inspire you? Aside from like the ones you co-write with.
Yeah. Well, Mike, Sam. Man, it's all over the map. Lately, it's really been the guys I've been hanging around. Yeah, I can't really. there's a lot of stuff over the years that I've listened to, but lately there isn't one that has been, in my ears more than another. Can't single any of them out at the moment.
That's mighty fine. Because I think there's also sometimes a paradox between, musicians and artists, and when you enter into that performing realm, getting in front of people, some people play those songs that everybody knows or everybody wants to hear, and, maybe they just do that, or maybe they do that and they do some of their own stuff. Some people maybe just do their own stuff,
Yeah.
And I don't know, would you say that you've got a huge cover song repertoire, or most of these times you're going out, you're banging out your own songs?
Most of the time I play all my own songs most of the night. I do have a handful, and at this point in time I'm trying to actually add a few more covers in and learn more stuff, and I'd really love to spend more time picking on traditionals and hanging out at jams and stuff like that, and trying to learn the ways of a lot of other people did. I spent a lot of time just focused on I'm gonna be an individual. I'm gonna write my own song. I'm gonna have an identity, and I just want to make music now. So none of it matters anymore. I just want to make music. I do want to sing my own songs and tell my story to people that want to hear it. I don't want to cram it down anybody's throat that doesn't want to hear it. And I just want to hang out and play music, man. Yeah, that's who I am. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Have there been situations that you've been in where there was negativity surrounding somebody do you ever get that? Where people are
play the song. Oh, you know it. Come on, you know it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it. How do you not know it? You play guitar. Come on.
Yeah, for a
One of
while
those
it led me to put a disclaimer on bookings and just be this is for instance, it was at first it was weddings. I was do you want a wedding band, or do you like what I do? Are you hiring me? Because if you're hiring me for your wedding and that's what you want, that's wonderful. That's great. I want to be there. But I don't want you to think that I'm going to be a wedding band. Because I'm not going to know the songs, man. I'm not, I'm just going to turn everyone down all night. I don't want to sit there and reject your family. It's not personal, but if, and it turns out that some people apparently like some of the stuff that I do enough for me to squeeze by. So, hell, man, I'm super fortunate to have what I have. So,
Well, yeah. Well, you're awesome, man. We love you. We love you. Your music. People have been missing your voice, and I'm sure that there are a ton of people that are just so elated, that the situation is changing. And yeah, summer is opening up these outdoor, music concert opportunities and whatnot. Speaking of that, it was just announced just the other day that Billy Bronsted and the Lute are going to be part of the summer music session up there, Mountaintop Summer Edition.
Summer camp?
What are we calling that? Summer camp? Mountaintop Summer Edition? Camp out. Summer camp out. Mountaintop Summer Camp out. Mountaintop Summer Camp out.
Yep.
Up there, Wakefield, Michigan, Indian Head Ski Hill, big snow resorts.
Yes.
Our good friend Bob is putting that on. Of course, usually that happens when there's still snow, bikini races, all that good stuff. And what a cool thing to be able to go up there in the season of summer when things are just gorgeous.
I'm super stoked.
Yeah.
So
oh man.
Mountaintop has a huge place in my heart because it was there's two festivals that I can recall when I was in that really malleable young age of experiencing everything all at once, and was going to Harmony Park in Minnesota and going to the festivals that were having there, and then also experiencing the stuff that was going on up at Mountaintop and up at Indian Head, and I remember being young and just thinking wow, this is the coolest thing in the world. So when Bob asked me to be a part of it, or whenever he asked me to be a part of anything, I'm always just kind of there's just that kid in me that's yes. Yeah, of course. So
Making dreams come true. That Bob Wygant, he's out there. He's doing it, right?
You get his set. You get a card.
Meatloaf sandwich? You got it.
For the record, I've never asked Bob Wygan for a meatloaf sandwich. I'm sure he'd deliver though.
He could sell you fishing lures now.
And live nude minnows, yeah.
Yeah. Live nude minnows.
Put on quite a show. Of course, we're giving Bob a little grief because he's here with us tonight in the barn. So we could do that a little bit. We do it anyway, even if you weren't here, Bob. But
Yeah.
it's even that more special.
Yeah, I had to say all that in front of you. I wasn't ready to do that.
What? Who needs a tissue? You get a tissue.
Yeah.
No, it's really cool though. I mean, and it goes back to that whole thing. I first saw you when you were. I think it was it Saving Cities? Was there something pre-Saving Cities?
No, it was that.
It was Saving Cities, yeah. And you guys rolled into the Northwestern, and like Ghost of Swinetown was happening at that time, and it was like there was that moment. There was a huge sense of like the localized community and bands and musicians such as yourself who were, I don't know, would you say you were just kind of cutting onto the scene there, or you were just really getting introduced to you at that point because you had been working with your buds and just a short ways down the road, you know? But of course, geez, when's the last time you like drive to Tomahawk for some live music like on a Friday night?
Yeah.
I mean, people do, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't know
They're few and
the
far
person
between.
who's playing, or
Yeah.
until you get properly introduced to them,
Exactly.
that whole thing.
Yeah, it's not exactly on the front page of anything. It's just not.
How do you know about it, right?
Yeah, it's not the nature of the culture and the way that things are there. It's wide open country, man. It's where you go fishing and get on the water, man. Yeah, up here too, but there's a little bit of a city here, and that's where that period of time is where music starts for me. That's where just feeling the sense of community, camaraderie, and like what music is and what it was going to become. That was the first time I got a taste of it, and that's what hooked me in. Y'all hooked me in. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
My wallet's cursing.
What advice do you have to any young whippersnappers out there? Run away, don't do it. Go to college, get an education.
Fall in love, anything.
Become an astronaut. It's easier.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Favorite venues? You got a handful of like favorite places that you've been around and had an opportunity to play, in state or out of state. I guess feel free to run the gamut there. Open borders, Bill. Open borders.
Okay, so when you said that, the first few places that came to my mind were like Intermission in Wausau, and Milwaukee's Pub in Wausau. Wausau's kind of like the greater area hometown for me, and so those two places really built me. And you get more into the Fox Valley. Gibson Music Hall was wonderful. The Heist is great and ripping. In terms of stuff going on in Wisconsin, there's lots of like smaller spots too that I could really run down the list. There's and then the Swing Station in LaPorte, Colorado, for some reason was like one of the first ones on my list too. That one they really hooked me in there. A lot of love I felt there. Just a short list of favorites. I could go on all day about all the people that have touched my life in the industry and out there on the road, man. But you all know who you are, and and thank you.
Are there, and that being said, is there? I mean, you mentioned getting on the mountaintop, Bill. Right up there, right?
Yeah.
Rock on. Are there like festival opportunities, gigs like in your, like your Mecca? Like, oh,
Yeah.
when I get to play.
Actually, I just they moved the Moondance Festival to Gleason, which is just outside of Tomahawk. So there is a festival that happens, and I was just speaking with them today, and we just got put on the bill. They haven't officially announced it, so I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this. I just realized that is coming out of my mouth. Sorry, guys.
See, you get the inside scoop.
Mute.
People find themselves saying all sorts of things they normally wouldn't say. Just put them on public radio.
That was a lie. I didn't say any of that.
I'll cut it out of the segment that goes to air.
Yeah.
The other one.
But it's
that's cool.
Moon Dance is a great festival, and check it out. There's a lot of great acts on that one too.
Nice.
So
Yeah. Cool. How about another song? There was
sure.
There was I think there was the only problem with putting those like request things in the one comment scrolling that I got it set for right now is like I can't go back there and look at that other one. Somebody made a request about something.
Someone wrote, "Your secret is safe with me."
Joe
I blew
Zunga.
it. Thank you.
I won't tell.
Oh man.
Or what was you had another song that you had prepared that you
where we
like to
at in
share?
the time? Are we getting close to an hour?
Yeah, we're kind of coming up on an hour here.
2 songs maybe.
Probably got time for 2 songs. Yeah, I think
Cool.
You've done 3.
I've done 3, and I've
Yeah.
got these 2 are ones that I want to do.
Of course, I'm
And then
sure
after
people
that,
out
it's
there would be
excess.
happy if I just shut up and let you just play like 10 songs. You know. Yes, that's a great program format. Just let Billy take it away.
Yeah. I wrote this one. Oh, the request. Marine, I'll play you Ease the Pain anytime, but I'm not going to play it today. I know Marine, she's great. This one I wrote at a crazy time in my life. It's called Beyond the Rain, and I'm just sitting still in life, kind of brokenhearted, and just like muscling through it. It was the first time I really like felt like some things in life had let me down, and not met my expectations. You know, it was just where I was then, and after sitting through that and just muscling through the pain, this one came out. It's called Beyond the Rain. Won't you believe it? It's just my luck. You're backing out when it gets tough. When I met you, I needed a friend. Love of a woman while your music gets me high. Music gets me high. And wash me clean again. Take me, leave me, push me away. 'Cause if I tried to fake it, you know I go insane. 'Cause beauty hides beyond the rain. All talking over the whiskey in your bar taught me why a man works so hard. So tell me that you love me. Tell me leave while the music gets me high. Music gets me high. And wash me clean again. Come on, take, leave me, push me away. 'Cause if I tried to fake it, you know I'd go insane. 'Cause beauty hides even if I don't make it, I'll always try the same. Beauty hides inside your pain. Wash me clean again. Come on, baby, take me, leave me, push me away. If I tried to fake it, you know I go insane. Beauty hides beyond the rain, and even if I don't make it, I'll always try the same. The beauty hides inside your pain.
It's a great tune, Bill.
Thanks.
Feel like just rolling into the next one?
Sure. I just wanted to close with this song that I wrote for my family. Kind of about my dad helping us grow up, and my mom doing her best to love us, and all of us just trying to get by. It's called Family Gold. Mama's lying in bed, Daddy's lacing his boots. Yeah, that son'll be coming up soon. Works his fingers to the bone just to build a happy home. Mama's still singing all alone. He's come back home to me. Tell me you need me. Yeah, Daddy's touch never sounded so sweet. Just come back home to me. Now Mama's waking up with a favorite coffee cup, and Daddy's just sweating down at the yard. And those kids are all screaming, Daddy's daydreaming. Could have been home for just one more hour. I'm working through next week, so tell me you miss me. Yeah, Mama's love never sounded so sweet. Coming home, baby. Now I'm waking up, yeah, I'm always looking rough. Last night I played my fingers to the bone, but I'm lacing my own boots, I'm humming my own tune to another old empty barroom. Pass that bottle to me. I don't play no nothing for free. Yeah, the road back home never sounded so sweet. Just pass that bottle to me. Come back home to me. Tell me you need me. Yeah, Daddy's touch never sounded so sweet. Just come back home to me. I'm working through next week. So tell me you miss me. Yeah, Mama's love never sounded so sweet. Coming home, baby. Just pass that bottle to me. Don't play nothing for free. Yeah, the road back home never sounded so sweet. Pass that bottle to me.
Billy Bronsted, right here on the Midwest Music Hour, live from the Bertsch Barn today. And it's been really great having you out here for a session. I'm so excited that you're back in the North Woods for the season. Really stoked always to just hear the music that you've been working on, and exciting, really exciting to hear about the projects that you got going on. I wish you all the best, man. And I know, you're just going to keep plugging away at it.
Yeah.
And that's what defines a successful music career, one that doesn't stop.
Yeah, it really doesn't, man. You know, I spent a lot of time doing a lot of different things, and now I just try to stay in the pocket. So.
Well, it's beautiful. Thanks for being here and sharing your music with us. And sorry about spelling your name wrong. It was an oversight.
You're the first person that I think that's apologized for it.
Well,
so.
All right. Not afraid to admit when I'm an idiot.
Good man.
Right on. Well, hey, it's billybronsted.com, but not
Yep.
with an A, like it's spelled. And I don't even know if that's a website. If I put that, I might even put that as the link to your website. Is there a Billy Bronsted?
I don't
Steed?
know. I don't know if it would
.com
forward
website?
you or redirect
Would
you.
it redirect? Maybe.
Or maybe it'll just give you the old 404 not found. I have no clue.
Wow. I really dropped the ball on that one. All the more reason for you to dig harder to find where Billy Bronsted actually exists. In the digital world, I mean.
The elusive.
The elusive. Well, it's great, man. Wish you all the best. Thanks for being on the program.
Yeah.
And thank you for tuning in tonight. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll catch you on the next program. So
Yeah, thanks for listening, folks.
appreciate you all very much.
And this is where...
Yeah. We're going to have some like outro music and a little video going. And
Like people are still watching us right now.
yeah.
Like this is the B-roll, like where I just...
Right. Like, hey, that Billy, he said good night, but he's still there. Does that
break dance my
One
way
more
out?
song.
Like, holy shit.
One more song. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's cool. I'll get it figured out. It's something goofy with the stuff that's still happening, so
No worries.
we'll get him.
Thanks, folks. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get it, or it'll be like,
Oh my goodness, space aliens! They've taken over the planet! What are we gonna do? Ah!